games since last Boxing Day. And they were in the second division when they last played Arsenal. That was in the FA Cup final of 1980, and today's West Ham team is the same in 10 positions. It might have been 11, but Jeff Pike is injured, so Bobby Barnes plays on the right-hand side. Jimmy Neighbour and Paul Goddard are also unfit, so Stuart Pearson at number 8 plays his first full league match of this season. And there's a new face today in the Arsenal side. 17-year-old England Youth International Stuart Robson makes his league debut, a former public school boy who can play either in defence or midfield, and he starts his league career at right back, which means a tactical switch in the Arsenal team because John Hollins now goes back to midfield to try and stifle West Ham's dangerous left flank. Otherwise, the side is the one which drew with Liverpool in the Football League Cup on Tuesday night. Brian McDermott has dropped down now to substitute. And if Robson wants any advice, he might well ask Paul Allen of West Ham, who was only 17 when he played against Arsenal in the FA Cup final. Referee today is Alf Bray from Great Yarmouth. So before a big crowd on a crisp afternoon in East London, it's the First Division's high-scoring attack, West Ham, against the First Division's tightest defence, Arsenal. Pearson and Cross renewing their partnership up front. That was Pearson, who played in that withdrawn role in the cup final, you may remember, and upset Arsenal tactically. Alvin Martin. Brooking finding Devonshire. Brooking again. Good position here. David O'Leary, so quick to see the danger. I think he felt he might have had a goal kick there, but a corner's been given. Bonds and Martin are arriving in the centre. This is Brooking. Driven in fiercely and headed out by Robson. Well, that was the youngster's first touch, and a very important one it was too. Stuart Robson was in the near post area there to head out that fierce drive by Trevor Brooking. Good start for him. Now Ricks. Sunderland. Linesman flags for a foul by Ray Stewart. There's Chris White. Sunderland. Good turn by him. Lampard concedes the corner. Phil Parks came for it. Is White. It's White with a chance, and he scored. For Chris White, that's his first goal in league football. No wonder he's so pleased, and those fans are too. But Phil Parks will look back on that, and so will the defender who got in his way, and they'll wonder about communication, because the ball dropped conveniently for White, and he had time to make sure of his finish. So Arsenal, who've had this good run recently, 7 wins and a draw in their last 8 games, and 2 good away wins in that spell at Forest and Villa. They now take the lead here through Chris White, who's been doing so well in defence since he replaced Willie Young, and now makes his presence felt at the other end. Skillful play from Graham Ricks. Now Talbot. Sansom up with the attack. This is Davis. by Cross. Oh, in space here, Brooking. It's too long for Pearson, but only just. Too high, I should say, because it was a nicely weighted ball from Brooking, as it nearly always is. Stewart, and now Barnes. Straight to Ricks, though. There's Talbot. Watson. Devonshire. Lampard's begun a very strong run down this side. Well seen by White. Sansom. That was good football. Davis looking for Sunderland, a chance here for 2-0. Alan Sunderland took his time, and Phil Parkes produced a smart save. White. Well, good build-up there by Arsenal. Kenny Sansom initially, then the ball played through to Sunderland, and you might fault him for not shooting the first time, but he knew what he was doing. He checked, seemed to have made room to get the ball in, but Parkes anticipated the shot well. Ricks finds Sunderland. There's Ricks again. There's an offside there anyway against Talbot. O'Leary and Pearson. Brooking to Devonshire. David Cross pulling away at the far post. Came off O'Leary. Martin. Well, those near-post corners of Trevor Brookings always spell danger. And the England centre-half, Alvin Martin, getting in there among the Arsenal defenders in the 6-yard box. Linesman signalling that there was a bit of pushing there. Tangling with Pearson, here's Brooking. Oh, Trevor Brooking trying to fool Pat Jennings and not succeeding. Pearson's persistence worried Arsenal and let Brooking in. It was a tight angle. He tried to go to the goal line side of Pat Jennings, but it's a corner. It's coming out to Devonshire. On by Allen to Brooking, still closely marked by Nicholas. Now Lampard. It's Devonshire. And Brooking. And Devonshire again. Bonds. Pearson coming short. Barnes never had a chance of reaching that. Kenny Sansom got there first and was fouled in any event. Ricks. Pearson for West Ham. Bonds. And again. to Hollins. That's a good first-time ball by John Hollins to Brian Talbot. Sunderland finds Davis. Arsenal's passing in this first half has been of the highest order. Look at that little 1-2 there. Davis and Sunderland looking for almost a West Ham type of attack, that. Ricks to Davis. Talbot out left. Ricks. And that's going to be a free kick to Arsenal, and they are playing some good stuff, there's no doubt about that. Sanson. Tackle was by Ray Stewart, the linesman is flagging. And the penalty awarded, and no protest. No protest at all from West Ham. Stewart knew it, they knew it. Kenny Sanson was the Arsenal player in the attack, and a penalty which John Hollins will take, and a chance for Arsenal to go 2-up. And they do. John Hollins, since his Chelsea days, always a very reliable striker of the dead ball. And he didn't worry at all about the tension of the moment there. Drove it into the roof of the net. And before West Ham can kick off, the half-time whistle goes, and Arsenal can be well satisfied with this performance. West Ham admittedly are without 3 players injured, but Arsenal's approach with Paul Davis outstanding in midfield has earned them a 2-goal lead. The scorers, Chris White and John Hollins from a penalty. Two of West Ham's injured players, Jeff Pike on the left and Paul Goddard. So Arsenal start the second half. Strange to think that just a few weeks ago they were being heavily criticised, and people were even talking about them finishing near the bottom of the table. Devonshire. Stewart. Played in nicely there, and White couldn't get it. And that was a really fine effort by Stuart Pearson, who showed there a flash of the opportunism which he used to produce so regularly before his most recent injury. Ricks turns it on for Talbot. They're having a rare old tussle, Talbot and Paul Allen. Something thrown from the crowd there into the face of Brian Talbot. It's not the first object I've seen come out of the crowd today. Two things lying around on the pitch that have been thrown earlier on, and Talbot has just had a word with the referee there to say, I presume, that he's all right. Brooking. David Cross trying to get in the end of that. But it's those angled balls from West Ham which normally earn them some dividend, which Arsenal today have cut out so well. Stewart, Barnes. Corner to West Ham. Martin's coming in again. That's the second time he's beaten the Arsenal defenders at the near post from corners. And nobody better to curl them into that area than Trevor Brooking. Martin. Stewart feeding it in nicely. Pearson's in there. That's Pearson's effort. Out by Robson. Bond's arriving. Back in and off the line twice. Young Robson was on hand the first time. And it might well have been John Hollins the second time. Looking to take this one. Oh, there's a chance there. No goal. No goal. The referee spotted the offence. And Alvin Martin, who's twice gone so close with headers past the post, got the ball in the net, but the referee saw the offence on the 6-yard line and has not given the go. Alvin Martin's effort doesn't count. Sunderland support arriving as well on the far side. Davis to Talbot, and back to Davis. West Ham will have to make their substitution, I feel. Barnes truly hasn't had a very good afternoon on this right-hand side, and I think he'll be the one to go off. Nicholas, good effort. Lampard. Pearson. Devonshire. Lampard. And Devonshire again. Can they find a way through this time? It's going to come in the end to Davis. Run well. Back again for West Ham, and a bit of pushing there, which the referee quickly sorts out. David Cross was involved with Paul Davis at first, but West Ham are keen to make this substitution. Dale Banton will come on, and Bobby Barnes will go off. Lampard. Away by Sanson. They've kept Brooking pinned into corners today, Arsenal, most of the time. Group of yellow-shirted players cutting down the space available to West Ham, and Graham Rix with the early ball out, looking for Sunderland. Banton. pushing up a little bit here, Arsenal. Have to check now. Alvin Martin. Allen. Lampard. Brooking. Turned it, cross! No power on the header. Had to bend back slightly to reach it, David Cross. Took all the power away. And it was almost a slow-motion save for Jennings. Foul given against Paul Allen. Oh, dear me, Ray Stewart off the ball on Peter Nicholas. Ray Stewart, the West Ham right-back, guilty of lashing out there on Peter Nicholas and leaving him on the ground. Sansom. Ricks. Cross. O'Leary. Pons. That was crossed to Devonshire. Oh, he does take some hammer at times, Alan Devonshire, but he's very brave. Talbot was the last tackle there on him. But it was Robson earlier that snapped away at Devonshire. First time either. Brooking. Stewart. Banton. There's Sansom. And then Ricks. And back in by Stewart. Pearson's under it. So's O'Leary. Devonshire bumped into Pearson. And it was volleyed clear in the end by Hollins to Sunderland. Inside now is Talbot. Oh, careless that by Arsenal. It could have... Here's Devonshire. Here's Brooking. Pearson! And Arsenal gave the goal away. No disrespect to West Ham, but a careless ball was played there by Arsenal, who've been so careful in everything they've done until then. And West Ham were through. Devonshire got away on the left. Brooking was involved. The ball pulled back. And Pearson thumped that in gratefully to give West Ham some hope with only 5 minutes to go. And now Arsenal with Hollins on the far side. Ricks, and here comes Alan Sunderland. Shot was blocked, and the foul was by Ricks. It was Ray Stewart who got in the way of the shot from Alan Sunderland, and our West Ham now going to launch a grandstand finish. Pearson. Well, credit to West Ham for plugging away in a match when a lot of things have gone against them. John Lyle's team now have an opportunity in the last few minutes to salvage at least a point. Brooking. It's all a bit lively in there now. Listen to the West Ham crowd. Allen. Devonshire. Appeals for handball there against O'Leary, I think. And White's in a bit of bother. And it's back in by Banton. There's a chance here for Martin, and he can't get it. And Martin knocked Pat Jennings down. As he tried to finish off a goal-mouth scramble, and Pat won't get too ruffled about that. He's seen all that before. has checked his watch, and he blows, and Arsenal take 3 points, which will put them ahead of West Ham in the First Division table, so a match of some significance here in London. With the first half performance by Arsenal putting them very much in command and giving them a lead which West Ham managed to reduce, but could never quite wipe out. It's the first home league defeat for West Ham United since the very first day of last season. A tremendous run comes to an end, and unusually then, having lost in the League Cup on Tuesday, West Ham find themselves beaten at